Coin Op. Hey there, YouTube coin community. This is Dustin with Coin Op. Now, in a prior video, I had discussed the 1982D small date that was struck on a copper bronze planchet. Now, this variety was just found at the tail end of December of just last year, December 2016. Now, after this video, we had an influx of people all over Facebook and the various coin forums posting images of 1982 cents, looking for more information on how to distinguish between a large date, small date, this and that, or showing off what they had potentially found and asking questions. So while everybody has their scales out, I decided it would be a good idea to show everybody some other transitional errors where Lincoln cents that were supposed to be struck on a zinc planchet that's copper coated. It's supposed to weigh 2.5 grams, but some of them throughout the 80s and early 90s were accidentally struck on the pre-1983 copper bronze planchets. So I'm going to go over a few of those varieties. So kick back, relax, enjoy, and we will be going over when weight equals money with Lincoln cent varieties. Now, first up, we are taking a look at the 1982D small date. Now, you can distinguish between a small date and a large date 1982 by taking a look at the 2. On a large date, the 2 is not going to have a curve. It's going to be real fat and thick. On a small date, it's going to have a nice, soft, delicate curve. The 2 is going to be a lot thinner if you were to compare it to a large date. But if you put two of them side by side, a small date and a large date, you can clearly see the difference. So what you're looking for is a 1982D small date that weighs 3.1 grams. If it weighs 3.1 grams, it was struck on a copper bronze planchet. Now, if it's struck on zinc that's copper coated, it will weigh 2.5 grams, which is what it is supposed to. Now we are taking a look at a 1983. There have only been a handful of these that have been found. Some of the 1983s were accidentally struck on the copper bronze planchets from 1982 and earlier. Now, a couple of these have sold and they have fetched values as high as $23,000 a piece. So if you happen to find one of these can be substantially valuable. They can be worth upwards of $23,000. So do keep your eyes out for these. We are moving on to a 1983D, which is a Denver mint. This is a 1983D. Now, there are currently 2 known examples. One of them is struck on copper bronze. The other known example, however, was struck on brass, which is 90% bronze and 10% zinc. So there's one that is brass, the other is struck on copper. I do not believe any of these have come up for sale, so you could put a fair estimate of anywhere between $10,000 to $30,000. And once again, this is a 1983D. There are 2 known. Now we are taking a look at a 1989D. This is a 1989D that was struck on a pre-1983 planchet. Once again, the pre-1983 planchets, the ones that were used for many years in the Lincoln cents, are copper bronze. They weigh 3.1 grams. So if you happen to have something like a 1989D and it weighs 3.1 grams instead of the 2.5 grams it should weigh, well, then you could potentially be on some money. Now, the example that you are looking at right now of this 1989D sold just last year at a Stack's Bowers auction for $3,525. Once again, this one sold for $3,525. Okay, we are taking a look now at a 1990 Denver Mint, a 1990D. Once again, this is a 1990 Denver Mint. This one is actually kind of unique. I mean, if you think about it, it is struck on a pre-1983 planchet, which means that it was struck on a planchet 7 years after the planchet was out of production. So it potentially got stuck in a hopper, or who knows how it ended up getting in there. But anyhow, this 1990D was struck on a copper bronze planchet. It weighs 3.1 grams instead of the 2.5 it's supposed to weigh. Now, this one is currently up for sale. I believe it is owned by Mike Byers Incorporated. I'll post a link down in the comments to the website that has it if you'd like to take a look at it. But they have an asking price of $25,000. And realistically, it might fetch that. Who knows? Now we are moving on to a bonus coin. Prior to me putting this video together, I was having a conversation on Facebook with Ken Potter, and we were talking about some of the 1982D varieties. One of the members of our CoinOp Facebook group might have located a 1982D small date that was struck on a copper bronze planchet. So that's what me and Ken were talking about. So Ken decided to show me one of his transitional errors, and I thought this was really cool. What this is a Jefferson nickel, a 1983 Jefferson nickel that was struck on a 1982 or earlier copper bronze Lincoln cent planchet. So this is Ken Potter's example. Now I am going to show you an example that recently sold. The example that I'm going to show you that recently sold is a graded example, and it sold for $5,250. So this is quite a valuable transitional error. Once again, this is a Jefferson nickel that was struck on a pre-1983 copper bronze planchet. This is a 1983 Jefferson nickel struck on a pre-1983 Lincoln cent copper bronze planchet. Well, there you have it. We hope you enjoyed this video. We hope it encourages you to keep those scales out, throw more of your Lincoln cents on there, and potentially find some of these transitional errors where the zinc Lincoln cents were accidentally struck on a copper bronze planchet. Once again, to figure that out, you simply need to weigh it. A zinc cent weighs 2.5 grams. A copper bronze Lincoln cent weighs 3.1. Anyhow, if you would like to help out our channel, you can do so by hitting the thumbs up button. We do love it when you do that, and it also encourages YouTube to share our content with more and more people. So hit that thumbs up button and also hit the subscribe button. We are going to be doing a giveaway when we reach 30,000 subscribers, which will be relatively soon. So hurry on up, hit the subscribe button, and join on in the fun. We do have a website. You can find us at varietyerrors.com. Once again, it is varietyerrors.com. I will post a link down in the comments. You can also find myself or Robert Lawson in the Facebook group CoinOp on Facebook, of course. I will post a link down in the comments for that as well. And once again, thank you for your view.